Anything you need, Commander? I didn't figure you'd have time to talk. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
The paperwork will keep.
I'm just looking for an ear. That seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's
Wanting to
coming.
believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human...
Yeah, I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
Don't tell me you and Vernus hugged.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. It was Vernus who made me see how human aliens are. They're not... Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily.
He hurt Rana. Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that, a military, cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for.
Maybe my snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they caused a stir when they shipped him home. So, yeah, maybe I hated that Turian. I mean, if one ass was enough to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level headed.
Everyone else in this galaxy, present company except. Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion
Killing
on the
Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record? If we had the option, I'd assume we weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not
We'll
sure
talk another time,
Commander.
Ooh. What's up?
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be.
The best of your mother lives on in you.
That is kind of... Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine.
I like talking with you, Liara.
You have been very I know there are some... When one of my people joins with an individual from another species...
You Asari can live for
when that... And even after a partner...
You make it
a true union, too. It is unlike any other experience. In some cases, it can
Sounds amazing.
No. Oh, no. I am not very... The union is more than... That is why I have never...
I want you to be
I
absolute.
am only 106. Barely an adult by Asari standards, and I spend most of my time... I never really... You are very special to me, Shepard. But with all that's happened... I'm glad you... I wish it did not have to be that. Goodbye,
Okay,
Shepard.
bye. What's up? See if I can get the personal missions for the Krogan. I mean, Wrex and Garrus.
Commander, good to see you've been with CSEC a while.
Well, not as much as you, but...
I bet you have. Anything
I remember this Solarian Jeanette. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you
I was
investigating?
tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, we usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up, but this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost after a bit of digging. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
That's BioWare's way of telling us that Krogans have 4 balls. Very subtle.
What did you do about the
I brought in some of his employees for him. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across...
You mean threatened?
Maybe, maybe not. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Saleon's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew it. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his...
But you went after him anyway.
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties of the ship. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him all they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
You know, I really hope this doesn't, like, affect his personality negatively in the next game. I don't want him to act like a total ass because of what I've been saying.
You have any idea what happened to Dr. Saleon?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find some... He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship.
I'll check out the
I
coordinates.
was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go.
Okay. That's one.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed... I tried to help.
What happened?
He wanted to continue the war.
What did you want?
And for a while, no. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be.
It sounds like a trap to me. You
I
must have...
did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well...
Jared was your father?
We talked. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. I escaped with my life. That is why I left.
You must have family other than your
You
father.
trying? I've got some unfinished business.
What kind of business?
I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising. Now it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turk. He's got several bases where he stores his goods.
Just tell me where to
I'll
start.
upload the data to your nav system, Shepard.
Alright, well, I'm gonna talk to Tali back here. Then we're gonna go to the moon, and then we're gonna do their quest, and we're gonna move on to the
Oh, hello,
mirror,
Shepard.
or whatever.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is... The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
You'll get used to it.
But it's more than just the silence. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of...
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But you know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them.
You do plan to return?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But unfortunately, we have had to surrender many...
What kind of freedom?
In extreme cases of population...
Like me leaving. Okay, bye.